What's up, Internet? Brandon and Jasmine from nerdlocker.com, and we have this week's movie and TV news for you.
That's right. This week we've got some Django Unchained news, some Doctor Who news, and some more Walking Dead news. So,
let's get to it.
So we're about halfway done with the second season of Walking Dead, and a lot of people are complaining that they feel it's going too slow. Personally, I love it the pace it is. I mean, yes, it could use a little bit more zombie action, but I'm happy because I really enjoy the story development. For me, it's always been zombies second drop, people first.
And that is very important. That's how it was with the comic. That's how we want it in the show. Fortunately for us, Robert Kirkman has announced that the last 6 episodes of the season will be jam-packed full of gore and character development and great things like that. So, and that's what we've been begging for.
Yeah.
It seems like they've heard what we've wanted, but it's very important not to focus on the gore.
Yeah, because if it gets too much on gore, then you lose character, you lose story, and it just becomes old school gore fest, which that's not what Walking Dead is.
Yeah, absolutely. On the other side, the slow character progression that they're doing right now may mean some bad news later on, because as we know, in between season 1 and season 2 was only a couple days. So going further into seasons in the show, we're going to see aging, natural aging of the younger characters like Carl and Sophia that aren't natural in the show because it's only spanning a couple of months in the show. So I hope that they're taking these things into account. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below.
hey, Haley.
Yes, Bobby.
Did you hear the news that David Yates of Harry Potter fame might be making a Doctor Who movie?
That's old news.
What?
That's been going around for a while.
So you're telling me this is one of those recycled stories that
everybody knows except Bobby? Yeah, it's been around for a while. They're still in talks, but
no new news.
No new news.
You know, you can't mess with us Whovian hearts. We only have one, and they don't regenerate.
Well, since it is new to you, what do you think about it? You seemed a little bit excited.
I am excited, but then again, I'm not. I don't really like Matt Smith as the Doctor, and seeing him in a movie would only make me more mad.
The rumor going around of this new news to you is that it's going to be completely different from the show, so it would be a different Doctor.
Different Doctor?
Yeah.
Would it be completely separated from the show?
That's what it sounds like.
Oof. A whole movie franchise possibly separated from the show. That is crazy.
The only thing that I'm okay with is that it's BBC doing it, because if America was doing it, that would be ridiculous. It'd be like bombs exploding and Jason Statham would be the Doctor.
Jason Statham is the Doctor. Wow. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below.
Ali G,
a.k.a. Bruno,
a.k.a. Borat,
a.k.a. or should be known as Sacha Baron Cohen, respect, is joining the cast of Django Unchained, which I think is awesome. He's playing a character who actually is the one that buys Kerry Washington, which is playing Jamie Foxx's wife. The whole reason Jamie Foxx is trying to get his wife and save her from this crazy Candyland place. I cannot wait for this movie. It just sounds so awesome. A spaghetti western homage by Quentin Tarantino with music by the RZA.
right?
I mean, I know we talked about this a million times. We're probably going to talk about it a million times more. But with a cast like Kerry Washington, like we said before,
Kurt Russell,
Samuel L. Jackson,
Christoph Waltz,
Leo DiCaprio,
right? Oh,
and on top of that, Jamie Foxx as the lead man.
Man.
I'm so glad Will Smith didn't do this movie.
Me too. I was just gonna say that. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
So glad it didn't happen. But it also seems like filming's going to start in January next year, 2012. So that's stoked. That's got me even more stoked because it's going to come out on Christmas.
And the only, exactly. The only better than that is that we get a free Quentin Tarantino Christmas present.
Well, it's not free. It's like $10. But
Yeah,
it's free.
that's pretty
technically.
free.
It's pretty free compared to everything else. Yeah.
I'll see it like 6 times, whatever.
Whatever.
So Woody Harrelson and Tom Waits has been added to the cast of 7 Psychopaths from the director of In Bruges.
Yeah, I mean, joining the cast of Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell, Christopher Walken. I mean, these are big names in this movie. And now we get Woody Harrelson and Tom Waits. That's pretty sweet.
Oh my! This movie sounds awesome. It's Colin Farrell plays a screenwriter who is looking for a new script and gets involved in these dog napping escapades of his friends, who are Sam Rockwell and Christopher Walken.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess he begins to write about that.
He's trying to write about it before he dies in this whole thing. I mean, it has to do with an old gangster's dog. I mean, it sounds hilarious. It sounds a lot like The Whole Nine Yards,
Yeah,
and movies like that.
That kind of like the dark comedy.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds hilarious. Plus, Mickey Rourke left the whole thing.
Yeah, I guess Woody Harrelson is replacing Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke recently just came out and said the director wanted a whole lot of nothing, and
he's a jerk off.
Yeah, and he can go play with himself. So I kind of like how Mickey Rourke just kind of says whatever he wants now. Like
I give him credit for that.
He films movies, and he's like, "That sucked. Shouldn't go watch it."
Yeah.
Well,
he's blunt.
Well, I'm going to be honest. It sounded like a silly decision on his part with this, because this sounds awesome and the cast sounds incredible.
Yeah,
So.
I think it's going to be hilarious. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below.
Some more Oldboy news about Spike Lee's remake of the Korean film, Oldboy. It looks like Colin Firth has been offered the lead villain role.
Which is awesome. If you've ever seen the original Oldboy, it is really sick and demented, and that character is kind of at the root of all this evil that's happening. And it's not really like evil in the sense of like demons and goblins and stuff, but it's evil.
It's really
evil.
messed up.
Yeah,
And,
oh yeah.
I mean, with Josh Brolin already cast, I can't wait to see these two.
That was
do
the
this
only
movie.
reason I actually wanted to see this movie, because at first I heard Oldboy. Okay, it was a cool movie, but they're going to make an American version of it,
Probably
and I'm not going to have
suck.
to read, whatever.
Then it was Spike
but then it
Lee.
was like, Spike Lee, okay, Josh Brolin, sold.
Yep.
So,
and this is just more.
Colin Firth on it, it's just like, hell yeah. I want to see who they cast as his daughter. Maybe they'll cast his son.
If he really wants to get screwed up and
If he
twisted.
wants to get really messed up, he'll cast his
Yeah,
son.
I mean,
in there.
either way, you're going to leave this movie feeling uncomfortable. So.
Yeah, American, Korean, whatever, you're not going to feel pretty afterwards.
All right, nerds, that's going to do it for this week's episode of TV and Movie News. But until next week, be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube page, as well as checking out nerdlocker.com for all your nerdy news. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Brandon, and we'll see you next week for even more TV and movie news.